it's me again, Recipe, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, as I'm going to share with you my USCIS green card interview experience. My adjustment of status is based on marriage. I came here in the US through a K1 visa, and I submitted my adjustments of status last January. And I had my biometric in February 16, and I had my work authorization. It expedited in May, so I'm already start working last May 16. So in this video, guys, as I'm going to share with you what are the documents that I bring with me during my interview, how was the interview, and my interview actually would be on 12:30. It's still 11, so I still have time to record what are the documents that I will bring during my interview today. So these are the documents, guys, that I bring. I bring my passport with me. It doesn't expire yet, so it's still valid because I have my K1 visa stamp in my passport. I also bring the Form I-797 Notice of Action that I will have my interview today at June 28 in Federal Building Room in Cleveland, Ohio, because I'm located and here in Cleveland. And in this letter, guys, it says what you are going to bring during your interview. It says here that you must bring the following items with you. This interview notice, so I'll bring this interview notice. If required, the Form I-1693. Form I-1693 is a deficiency, medical deficiency. So if you submitted your application with your medical expire, or you haven't submitted vaccination document, so if you came here in the United States to a K1 visa, please don't forget to ask the clinic a copy of your vaccination so that you will not spend again for a medical. This is very important in the adjustment of your status. So this one will expire last March 16, 2021, but I submitted my application already last January. So when I submitted my application, my medical valid for 1 year is not yet expired. So if they gave you a letter that you will bring an I-1693 deficiency, and it's a medical, you should bring it during your interview. But in my case, they doesn't send me a letter that I will bring because I still have my Form 3025. This is the vaccination record, so you can use this in your visa interview and your adjustment of status if that is not yet expired. So since it's not yet expired, I was able to use it. And the USCIS actually doesn't send me a letter that I will bring I-1693 or medical, but I will see later during my interview. But I was not given a letter that I will bring, although here it says that if you are required. And then if you are required, complete the I-864 affidavit of support. So if you haven't submitted your affidavit of support, or if you submitted your affidavit of support but the documents is not complete, you might require to bring it during your interview. But even so, I still bring my a copy of my I-1864 to get income tax where my husband filed this year with my name in it, because when we file tax, he already included in his filing. We filed through marriage jointly. So even if I was not working, but because I have SNN 2 weeks after I arrived here in the US, so I used my SNN when he filed income tax return. I just don't have income on it. And then you have to also bring all of your approval notice. So I get here my approval notice that the petition of my husband has been approved, all of the approval notice that is given to me, my approval notice for my work authorization that I have already approved for my work authorization together with the IDs, and my SNN card. And all of the letter that the USCIS sent me since I came here and since the petition was filed, I'll bring all of the notices. I also bring my husband's original passport and his birth certificate as a proof that he is a US citizen. And because my husband has a history of his divorce, so I bring with me the divorce decree that this is the final decision, that his marriage was actually, that he has filed a divorce. He has legal capacity to marry me during the time. So that's what I bring, guys, for my documentation, my Form 3295, a copy of my vaccination when I was still in the Philippines, because it was not expired when I submitted. A copy of my I-864 affidavit of support with the supporting documents, all of the notices that the USCIS sent me, all of the approval notices. I also bring original copy of my birth certificate. And then, since my application is based on marriage, and I should present a documents that is the proof of my genuine relationship with my husband. So I have here the copy of our marriage. This is a copy of our marriage license from the court of here in Cleveland. It is original. I also put a copy. I bring an original marriage license certificate, original and the photocopy. And I also bring with me, guys, all the pictures that we had, me and my husband, all the pictures that we have during our wedding, some of the pictures, latest pictures that we spent together, that really my purpose here in the United States is to marry my husband and to have a genuine relationship, since my purpose of the visa is a K1 visa and it's marriage based. So you have to show a proof, like my pictures with his family together, the celebration that we spend his family. I also bring with me our bank account, since me and my husband have a joint bank account. So I bring with me a copy of our bank statement that had my name and his name on it. This is proof of our genuine relationship. I also bring an insurance copy of me and my husband that I was included in his insurance, medical and health and life insurance. So those were the documents that I bring with me as a proof of my genuine relationship, because I am adjusting through marriage. So later on, guys, I will show you what will be the questions that the USCIS, if they required more documents, if they needed more time, how was my interview go on. So I will later state the entire experience of my interview. So this time I'll just show you what the documents that I'll bring with me during my interview. So join with me, guys, as I will have my interview for my green card today. So pray for me. So we are off on the USCIS for my green card interview. You should not miss my interview. What will you say?
I'm gonna tell them they paid me to come here. I'm a paid actor. My name's not even Garrett Bush. My name is Raul Massenberg Jenkins.
Oh yeah, we will have our my green card interview. So since my adjustments of status is based on marriage, so I have my husband with me to attend for my interview.
Once again, I'm a prisoner of war, and I'm being held by the North Korean military. Please, if you see this, please send money, food, and water to gbush96 at rocketmail.com.
This guy is crazy. So guys, I will tell you later what will be my interview experience, but we are heading to the USCIS here in Cleveland, Ohio to attend my interview. So earlier I recorded all documents that I will bring, and later I will record video on how my interview goes, and if this guy doesn't miss off our interview. Guys, see you in my interview. Hi.
What are you doing?
You know where we get married? Do you know the dates?
I think
You
it's
sure to
30.
answer right, man? Interview, and the officer approved. He said after 48 hours, I will see my update of my status. Good thing that this guy was so nice in the interview. But the officer actually is very nice. He looked at our wedding pictures. He just have the protocol questions about your immigration history, about those questions that you have in the form. They will ask you, and then they will just look at the pictures if what you said was the timeline, right? Those were the evidence. So the evidence that I bring was we have account together, bank account together, insurance together. So I bring that and I submitted as additional insurance of our genuine relationship. What can you say about my interview?
Well, you know, thanks to me, you know, I was the star of the interview, of course. You know, I gave all the right answers, so they're not going to deport her now, and she might be free to
She
travel.
said that I will receive my green card in 30 to 45 days. That's what they said. That's their timeline. Is that right?
So I'm all done now, man. I've done and fulfilled all my responsibilities as a husband in getting you here. You've gone from 0 to 100. You've had everything expedited. You are working. You will work on a driver's license coming up here. You know what I'm saying?
So you just be honest and truthful on your immigration history. You have bring those evidence, especially if you adjust through marriage. You have to bring your genuine relationship, and the dates should coincide. It's good that you will bring wedding pictures with family, because some people, the officers in some bring a picture of your wife in the sink. So it's good that you will bring, if you bring evidence of your marriage with families.
So, you know, now that she's in there and I did my part, now my stipend goes up. I now get to spend $700
No, we
every
already
week,
agree.
every week.
You only spend 300. That's all.
$700 a week because I did such a good job with them.
No, only 300. We already agree that I will not change my mind. we already done with our interview.
oh, you gonna say that? We already done with the interview now. So listen, whatever.
Yeah,
you
so
see how you play me?
all of the interview was just so nice. The officer was so nice. We look at our pictures. Right, we get married in an Esquire castle and all of that. Bring your wedding pictures, bring pictures with your family. That's give them the timeline of what you said. They will look at it and your evidence that you will submit. It was good.
And they might want to see. I wouldn't have met her family the first day.
Good thing that I met my family. Actually, the interview, because I came here on a K1 visa. So we're engaged. If Garrett met my family in the Philippines, the good thing that when he filed my petition for K1 visa, he submit those pictures that me and my family have dinner with Garrett. So it helps also that we have our wedding is our relationship is genuine. That I came here on in the United States on a clear conscience that I'm gonna marry this man, and this man was my second boyfriend. It's the first man I introduced to my family. So you happy?
I won. I'm up 10.
So guys, thank you guys for being with me on my journey here in the United States, from coming here during my interview in Manila. So I hope guys this video will help you to prepare for your interview, what type of documents that you
and by the way, let me cut you off. So you did not even tell him. You didn't even tell him the great news. The great news is you just told me 5-6 other times yesterday. So there's people who you know want the same story as me, want the same success story as us, and you just had somebody come over to the house and really help out and drop their documents off, correct?
Yeah, I actually help people who file for K1 visa, especially those who doesn't have any experience, or you are not hesitant about your documents. I am helping people to process for a minimal fee. So I had someone who I helped with to file for a petition for his girlfriend from the Philippines to a K1 visa. So we just submitted his paperwork. I have been processing visa, guys, but it's just for Canada. I've been processing because I work and live in Canada before, so I know how visa processes. So I have for the last month, for this month of June, I have 5 people who get visa approved to Canada. So actually my approval rate for the application was 95% because I have only one people who got his visa denied because he was not honest. He doesn't disclose to me that he had a previous denial in Canada. So it is really very important that you will be honest with your immigration history. Whether you got denied, be honest because it will affect your visa application. But so far, most of my applicants get their visa approved. So I have in this month 5 visa application approved for my K1 visa. It was filed right, it was received, so it wasn't returned. But because the timeline is from 6 months to 12 months for your visa approval for K1 visa. But it's very important that if you are hesitant to file, if you doesn't know what are the type of documents that you should, and if you need help, if you think that you need help to file it right the first time, it's really very important.
Now so this is, so you can help with K1 visas, which we got a K1 visa.
Yeah.
And if you notice, there's a lot of places around where people are backlogged. We were able to get it expedited to come.
All of my documents were expedited. My interview was expedited as in K1 visa.
You've been working?
Interview because I was in Manila and it was pandemic. So I was actually came here during pandemic. My case was expedited. And then when I filed for my adjustment of status, my case was expedited. Again, I write an expedite letter to the USCIS. So if you want someone who will help you to write a good letter for you to expedite your case, I can help you. You can contact me. I will put my email address in the screenshot of this video if you want to help for your immigration application. And
you've gotten approved tourist applications, right?
Yeah.
To Canada, right?
Yeah, visa,
work
visit visa. I will help you apply for your work visa, tourist visa, and visitor visa in Canada.
And so far, name some of the countries or the individuals that you've gotten just all over the world. What are some of the countries that you've helped get visas?
I've been to different countries in Asia. I've been to Japan, South Korea, Singapore. Some of those you doesn't need a visa, but if you need itinerary or if you need an advice to travel any countries in Asia, I've been most of the countries in Asia, and I've been into Japan and South Korea, which most of people need visa to come of those places. But if you need help on what type of documents, or if you need an itinerary, this place to visit in these countries, things that you should learn or you should understand before you travel, you can send us an inquiry. If you plan to travel, if you are an American who wants to travel to the Philippines, who wants to travel to Asia, and you need a people who will advise you the best things that you should learn, you should know before you travel.
Clinics, like before I went, clinics that you have to go to get your vaccinations before you go, were the best places to stay at for as an American tourist in Manila. And just basically things, flight itineraries, places to go. Flight itinerary is important because sometimes you can have a layover of 20 something hours almost in either Korea, or sometimes they make you go to China. So there was some unrest at the time when I was going to China. It's died down a little bit, but it's always good to know, like as an American, where can I go, where can I stay safe, and what can I do. And so far you've helped people get visas that are in Ghana. You've helped people.
Germany. I help people from Middle East, from the Philippines, from Cameroon.
Yeah.
What else that I have? I've been helping lots of people last year and this year. Some of them are still on process. The decision is not made yet, but they were from South Africa, Cameroon, Germany, Middle East, Italy.
But a lot of people are shy about it. If you really want to change your life and you really want to go somewhere and you want to visit somewhere, or you started a relationship with somebody and you don't know the final steps, don't be shy. Take it bull by his horns and come out. And, if you don't know the first steps to take, a lot of people will postpone things and they'll say, I'll do it next week, or maybe I'll look into it. But, start it now. You know what I'm saying? You never know how long life is going to be. We've gone through a pandemic. We've gone through, a financial crisis in the world. And, you don't know how much time you have in life guaranteed to you. So if you always wanted to go visit somewhere, right? Maybe you live in Asia and you don't want to visit Canada, or you don't want to visit the United States. Maybe your dream is to go to Japan or South Korea. She can help you with that.
Yeah, because I've been traveling, guys, before I met this guy. I've been traveling solo all my life.
Yeah. So reach out to her. She's really great. I can just vouch for it because, we've gone through this process. And my brother, who also is married to a Filipina, he hired a lawyer. My mom and him hired a lawyer.
They hired a lawyer, but the lawyer doesn't really help you that much. It's not that, because this is actually based on the experience that his brother has, right? They actually doesn't have some of the documentation that my sister-in-law need to adjust her status, because Garrett's brother have a K1 visa, and my sister-in-law actually arrived here in the United States before me, but still until now she is still not adjusted her status because there was a document that is missing. But they are now really going on processing with it. But like I said, guys, if you want someone who will help you, that go through the same process as you, the same journey as you, who could understand and who know exactly what documents and have been approved and how the process will go through. So if you are if you need that type of help, so we can help you. I will put the link of the website, of our immigration website, if you want to book. It's very minimal, it's very affordable. I do this to help other immigrants also who wants to come and who want a help for their documentation and a minimal fee.
Well, thank you guys for being part of the journey. It just started now. It doesn't end anywhere just because she, I will still have my videos of my journey here in the United States, first house that me and Garrett will be both, everything about life here in the US, and until I get my citizenship, and even I get my citizenship, when we will get kids and all of that about our life here in the United States. And now she can travel.
Yeah, I can travel because the officer said that she approved my green card interview. I had all the documents that is needed.
So you guys keep in touch with our journey, and we'll be keeping in contact with you.
Okay, bye guys. Thank you.